La 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 la. La 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 la. She really hates him, it's really true.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Testing.
Welcome to My Wife Hates Me podcast, the most popular husband and wife podcast in Hillsborough,
And also,
New Jersey. Excuse
not
me.
the other husband-wife podcast, the husband isn't like a twink. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the wife isn't a bitch.
Oh my God.
The second,
I mean, look at you showing off. You better sit up straight if you're going to wear that.
why?
You could look like your boobs.
I don't have boobs. I have muscle.
Okay, please, don't show your nips.
Since I got down here, Bonnie has been nothing but okay.
Oh, what? I told you to move a jacket so it didn't look like we're in a closet.
That's all you did? Don't eat. Don't
He's
put gum in your
eating.
mouth.
He's got it all over his face.
No,
He's eating
don't.
egg salad, and it's all over his face.
No,
okay.
it wasn't all over my face. It was in my mouth. All right.
And-
that's what you're wearing? Yeah, it's in my
that's-
house. It's a podcast in my house. Who cares?
Oh, so then you could just wear a sweatshirt if no one cares.
Yeah, but I'm going to work out after this.
Oh, I forgot that it's like, here we go again with the I'm going to work out later.
Yeah. And
It's a stupid excuse.
no, you're stupid. Like, let me explain. And then I come down. What else? Okay.
Coming in hot today.
No, I'm not coming in hot. Say, welcome the fans. Say hi to the fans.
I was
She's giving me like orders, like a list of things to do. We've done like 500 podcasts. Okay, do this, do that.
Yeah, you do them all wrong, so
No.
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, and I was eating. She's come down here at least 50 times eating, and she
Not
goes
true.
once. She goes once.
Once.
It's almost.
I've only did it once.
She's crazy out of her mind. But it's not the fact that she says these things and they're completely wrong. She just stares with this blank, crazy face, going, "No, once," like that. Look at her
I know,
face.
because if I argue back, it turns into a huge shouting match. But I'm not going to lie and say I do it all the time. I don't.
You've done it more than once. You've come down here eating with your,
Maybe twice. I'll give you
it's
that.
not- it's
Less
not-
than 5 times.
You're 100% wrong. And I'm not even saying 98% or 97. 100% wrong. That means completely wrong. Okay, 100%.
Wait, I don't know. Please explain. Elucidate. What did that mean?
I don't know. I know what it means. It means explain. In detail. How do you like those beans?
I mean, do you think you're right? What percentage of you thinks you're right?
It doesn't matter. I'm explaining you're 100% wrong. You go elucidate.
I didn't say elucidate.
What'd you say?
Elucidate.
Yeah, that's what. Elucidate, because you try to show off. Like
Words that
don't even.
I don't normally show off. That one I did on purpose because I was irritated with you.
I mean, I've been irritated with you from the second I woke up this morning. Last night, I said, let me do something nice for Bonnie. She's been traveling and stuck in. I go, let me take her to New York. Let's go to New York.
First of all, start with the thing. I said, I'm extremely exhausted. You said, let's go for dinner. I said, okay, that sounds good. Right?
Yeah.
Then that changed into let's.
No, I said, do you want to go to New York? And she said, okay.
And then I was like, all right.
No, you didn't go.
I did.
Went, okay. All right. So then we went and picked up Raina from the getting her nails done. I bought her a sub. And Bonnie doesn't even know. She doesn't. This is how much she thinks.
Well, you're going to go to the sub store?
I bought a whole sub. A whole sub. Okay, you know what a sub is. A whole one.
Oh, I thought everyone knew. Who are you talking to? Your microphone? Who are you telling this to?
I'm telling
You went like this. You know what a whole sub is. You know what a whole sub is, the microphone. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay, I bought a sub. Some people call it.
Oh, people know what a sub is.
Some people call it a foot long. Some people call it a hoagie. Some people call it a grinder or a sub. There's many different terms.
Nobody calls it a grinder.
Hey, are you crazy? So many people call it a grinder. Okay, you go into other areas of the country.
That's an app for gay guys.
I know that, but in other areas of the country, they're called grinders.
Okay, come on. What is it? Because
So-
I said that's 2 sandwiches.
I bought a sub and I had it cut in half for Rain and half for me.
You had to cut in
And-
fourths.
No, mine was cut in fourths because I had it cut in half. Then I had mine cut in half, and hers was still a half.
Oh, you didn't get hers
Because-
cut in half?
No, I didn't get
Why
hers.
not? It's big.
So
It's too big for one sandwich.
I got a. So I go.
Those rings. What is? I just can't even believe I married you. Okay.
I say that to myself every day.
I say it in a way like that I'm lucky. Well, you say it in a way that you
No, you
hateful.
don't. So I said to Bonnie, I go, it seems a lot, $17 for a whole sub. Because I never buy a whole sub. I get a half or what. And
Well,
there
first of
was
all, you
no
told me
meat
it
on
was $16.
No, I said 17.
But it was 16 because we kept saying it was 8 each.
Okay, 16. And there was no meat on it. It was provolone. Just provolone.
Vegetarian.
Well, it wasn't vegetarian. Provolone, yes, vegetarian.
What do you mean it wasn't vegetarian?
I just said, okay, it was. There was provolone on it, though. It wasn't vegan. It was vegetarian with provolone.
If you say provolone one more time, I'm going to fucking
What?
leave this podcast.
Provolone.
Stop.
So
So it had cheese and vegetables.
it had cheese and sub-topping, lettuce, tomato.
What do you think those?
peppers
What do you
are.
think those are? What do you think that's?
Yeah, but nobody says that. When they say it's because you're from Canada, you don't know. So
Oh, we don't have subs. That's right. I forgot. We don't even have sandwiches. We don't know what bread is in Canada.
Yeah.
It's wild. We take lettuce and we put stuff in the middle of lettuce. Is that how you guys do it here?
that's called a lettuce wrap.
Yeah, we invented it.
So I go, is that $16 seems a lot for a sub? And Bonnie goes, well, it's 2 subs. And it's not 2 subs. It was 1 sub. She goes, look how long this is. If this was a sandwich, it wouldn't be the... I go, well, it's not a sandwich. It's a sub.
Yeah, but it's enough for 2 people. No one would buy 1 sub for themselves. It's like that. I was trying to explain. If you got half your sub cut in half and served to you in a restaurant, you'd be like, wow, it's a big sandwich. And you'd pay a lot more than $8 for it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, so I stand by that it's not too expensive to have $16 for a full fucking sub.
I didn't say it was...
Okay,
I just
it's
said
$8 each person. That's pretty cheap.
it's people do eat whole subs, the whole sub.
No, they don't. No one does.
I could eat a whole sub.
Okay,
last
but
night.
there's something wrong with you.
No, people eat subs. They
Can
go,
you
"Oh."
go close that door because I can hear the washing machine? I was worried
No one
about
can
it.
hear it. No one can hear it.
Okay, all right.
They can't hear it here. All right. And, when you're doing a podcast in your house, hey, sometimes you hear little things and people go, oh, they're living life. That's what they do. They're living life. And I wonder what's in the washing machine. I'll tell you. The cushion covers that were outside on our table outside, on our chairs outside,
Why are you telling this?
because they were left out there all winter, and now the cushions have mold and they're gross, and we're gonna have to get new cushions and maybe new covers or just new cushions. 6 chairs. That's 12 cushions. One you sit on, one for your back. That's gonna be.
What is this fucking mathletes? Like, we're doing a podcast. Why are you talking about this?
Yeah, because I'm saying no one does anything on the outside of this house but me. That's what I do.
Well,
Do you know what I did the other day? I picked up all the tree branches that fell.
Dan
throughout-
said to go put it by his big tree branch because he's getting somebody to come pick them up.
Well, it's too late now. I already picked them all up.
Where'd you
He
put
saw
'em?
me. I put them over the fence on our other piece of property that's behind the fence.
Oh.
Okay. Oh yeah, he says it now after he saw me do it.
No, he
all.
said it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when I was out walking the dog.
Oh well, thanks for telling me.
I forgot. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. I picked him all
You knew
up.
what to do anyway. You didn't need him.
So I pick up. Anyhow, back to the real story.
Okay, so we're going to New York.
Let's go to New York. And going in, we'll stop at the stand and then go to the cellar.
But we were supposed to go have dinner, and then you ate an entire sub, half a sub.
Yeah, I only wanted to eat a quarter, but it tasted so good. So I ate the other quarter. But I still would have had a salad somewhere. So I said, let's go. Do you want to go to the stand? And these are not, I asked, do you want to go to the stand then the cellar? Bonnie said, yeah, okay. So we go to the stand.
No, but I said I'm too hungry.
No, you didn't say that till we were at the stand. And we're at the stand. Bonnie goes, I'm hungry. Let's leave. Okay, so I leave. On the way out, we saw Chris, the owner of the stand, and our manager, and we stopped to talk for maybe 3 minutes. And Bonnie, come on, let's go. I'm hungry. So as we go to the cellar, as we're walking,
Because now it's getting to be like almost 10 o'clock, and I haven't eaten yet. Don't do that. Don't do that. What are you doing?
nothing.
What are you doing?
I get food stuck between.
Okay, that's why you can't eat before a podcast, because or around other people, because nobody wants to see it.
So I parked the car. As we're walking to the cellar, Bonnie's giving me instructions on how the night's going to go.
Yes.
She's giving this is
true.
Yeah, she's giving a timeline of how we're going to hang out. A timeline.
Yeah, I said listen, let's be out of here by 11, because Raina's at home by herself, and I said, so when you walk in, the first thing you're going to do, even because if he's not hungry, then who cares? It could go on forever.
That's not true.
Yeah, you don't think about other people sometimes. Oh, what did you give me my gum?
I forgot that. I didn't not do it on purpose. I forgot because I never buy gum.
Anyway, so I said, when you go in, first thing you got to have. Stop it! Are you kidding me right now?
I got it. It's like a toothpick. What's the big
I can't.
deal?
I gotta go.
People don't use a toothpick.
You just ripped up a card and.
Yeah, put the card. I folded it over like a toothpick.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
All I said to you was, think about that I'm very, very hungry.
And what's the first thing I did when we walked in? I ordered.
Yeah, but if I hadn't said it, you might not have.
How do you know?
Well, I didn't want to take a risk.
So
you should have just been like, okay, great, sure, no problem. But of course.
I did say okay. And I did it. We walked
And then
in.
I said, we're leaving at 11, not 11:15. I said, so at 10:45, start figuring how you're going to wrap it up and start walking out. Okay?
She said, "Well, she didn't say, hey, would you like to leave around 11?
No, I wasn't. I was putting, because I always just let you do your thing in New York. And this was one time.
You do your thing. When we're leaving New York.
I literally sit there and wait for you to finish your whatever.
Bonnie, if we're at the stand and Bonnie stops and talks, waves like she's a politician. She hugs people she's only met once. And goodbye. Like we're talking to this girl Maddie last night, and we get up to leave, and Bonnie hugs.
She stood up to hug. What was I going to be like? Oh no, thank you.
Stood up to hug. How do you know when someone stands up? That's not an automatic hug.
Listen, I can read people very well.
Then I had a hugger.
You didn't have to. You could have just walked away. You told her to let you go. You go. Hey, I don't hug.
It's. So Bonnie, every time we leave a stand, is hugging and shaking hands. By the time we walk from the back of the stand to the front door,
that's not true.
You do it all the time.
No.
Oh, look who's. Oh, Yamanika. Oh, Christine Hutchison. She's hugging the whole world. And
I've never hugged Christine Hutchinson. It's Christina, by the way.
Whatever. So, I order her food, and. Whatever she wants, I say, get whatever you want. The sky's the limit. That's what I say when we go out to eat. The sky's the limit. And
then at 11, we're still sitting there.
And I said to her, I have to pick up a check. I was looking for the manager, and they said she's around the corner.
Yeah, so we're walking around, walking to this club, walking to that club.
We're not walking around. We're walking up the block and make a left and go around.
And
the
then
corner.
we went back again.
And we went back again because they said she was
So
at the
that's
cellar.
walking around. That counts as walking around.
We walked up and to the left, and then we came back. And
That's after 11.
And by the time we got in our car, it was 11:08. She stopped complaining because she knew she was wrong. Then she got onto a whole nother kick. But
Well, listen, I will apologize because maybe I was a little bit too...
cunty.
Okay, if you want to use that word. Might have been a little cunty. But it's rare.
It's rare.
Don't do a spit take.
rare?
When I say being cunty is rare.
Oh my God!
It's rare that I like complain when we're out at the cellar or the comedy club, right? It's rare, but I was so fucking tired last night. I mean, I kept saying to you, I'm so hungry, I'm so tired.
And I took care of one thing, and I was taking care of the other. And if you were so tired, then how come you didn't fall asleep on the way home?
I almost did.
I hipped her to a new game on the phone.
Okay, thank you.
So she played a game. Not only did I drive her into the city, get her food, I showed her a new game to play.
What a wonderful night that we had.
I dedicated my evening to Bonnie McFarlane.
Okay, well, thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
This is behind the scenes. Sometimes this computer just stops and we have to start up again. I don't know. I might have to take it
I think
in.
you were calling me a cunt.
No, that was a while ago. And it's so weird that
And then I was going to apologize.
No, you apologized before. Whatever. Let's move on. How was the Independent Spirit Awards?
It's actually called Film Independent Spirit Awards.
The Independent Spirit Awards, not Film Independent. What?
Oh, wait. Is this...
Film...
Now, you think you're correcting me on something that I worked on, but you didn't. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
You know the title of it more than me.
Independent Spirit Awards. Independent Film Spirit Awards, sorry.
No, it's Film Independent Spirit Awards. Yeah, it sounds fucking wacko, but that's it. So I just can't even, my brain cannot
your brain?
fathom.
Is that your little brain, your little pea brain?
Yeah, I can't. Even my little fucking pea brain is 1,000 times more powerful than yours. Okay, so how could you, like, in your brain? Tell me the process where you're like, let me explain to this bitch what she just worked on.
All right, you got most of that right.
Come on, how do you, like? Are you like? Do you think you're right? It's mind-boggling. It's shocking.
What else is it?
It's
Inconceivable? That's a good word. Inconceivable? Do you want to use that one?
Sure. I'll go with inconceivable. I mean, okay, now you're going to blow your nose on camera. Great. This is really wonderful. Oh, that doesn't look terrible. What did you do? Why you do this to us?
What, paint over that? It's so funny how Raina looks in that light. She's got this big mushroom head. All right. So you...
Why do you think... No, explain to me. Explain more stuff to me about what I just worked on.
What do you want me to explain? You got to tell us how it went.
I don't even know the name of it. How could I possibly... How was I in charge of anything?
You were hired. Independent Spirit Awards. How did it go?
It was the Film Independent Spirit Awards. If you say independent in the thing, you have to say Film Independent Spirit Awards. This is the rule when you're doing the monologue. You either say Film Independent Spirit Awards, the whole name, or you just call them the Spirit Awards. You can't call them Independent Spirit Awards.
Is there a law?
That's the rule from
the
Film Independent Spirit Awards organization.
There's an organization?
What do you think it is?
You're right. Good job.
Help me. So our hosts were Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally, and they were a delight, and they did a very good job. They had very little time to actually
Practice.
do, but it's live, and it's kind of like that anyway. You're.
It was live? Mm-hmm. Oh, did they rerun it?
I have no idea.
Oh, why? You were there.
I barely watched it. I was like doing stuff, figuring out the next thing. It's a lot. It was a lot. It's a lot of work.
Were you underpaid?
I was woefully underpaid. And
Could the show gone on without you?
I definitely helped them do it without glitches. I will say that. I was a value add to the proceedings.
Do you walk around like a man?
I don't think about my gender when I'm doing it. I just try to get the jokes as good as I can into the teleprompter, and
They're not in the teleprompter before the whole show starts?
I mean, it's always changing. So, and then sometimes the teleprompter, it has to go in a script, the teleprompter, and the host side. So there's 3 different bodies that are getting the same script in. So anytime you make even just one little change to one, you have to make the change to the other 2.
What celebrities were there?
Kristen Stewart.
I know her. I don't know her.
Sydney Sweeney. I
Who's
actually took
that?
a picture with her.
Oh,
She's on Euphoria. You know her from White Lotus.
Oh, which one was she?
She was the daughter of that, kind of like the snotty daughter.
Oh.
And the guy with the mustache from White Lotus, the manager, Murray Bartlett.
Yeah.
He was there. Helen Hunt, Marty something Matlin. What's her? Marley Matlin? I can't remember her name. Yeah. And there's a movie called Coda that she's in that the guy
It's about deaf.
Say it again, honey?
It's about deaf people.
It's about deaf?
Deaf people.
Yes, it's about a deaf family.
I heard it's really good.
It's really good, and it's one hearing. Their daughter's hearing, but their son is non-hearing, and the 2 parents are non-hearing. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but so it's about a daughter.
Hearing impaired.
The daughter is not hearing impaired.
She is.
But he
hearing
won the
impaired.
award. He won the award for Best Actor, which was a pretty big deal, and
Who won the award? The kid that could hear? The family member that could hear won the award, and the other 3 that couldn't hear didn't win?
No, the dad who is deaf, and he had an interpreter and signed his acceptance speech.
What do you mean? He's really deaf in real life?
He's really deaf in real life. All 3 actors who played the deaf actors were deaf people in the movie were actually deaf.
So, are they real actors in real life, or just
They're
for those
actors.
movies?
They're real actors. They're real actors. Just happen to be deaf. They exist. They're around.
So what other stuff can they do?
I mean, they could do parts where there's deaf people, I guess. Maybe they do plays. I don't know. I didn't dig too deep into their.
I would find out. That seems pretty. It seems
impressive.
Impressive that.
Well, these are also independent movies. It's not like they're using like huge celebrities. Although Maggie Gyllenhaal, who was the writer-director, she adapted a series, I think, or a movie from England so she's the writer director of Lost Daughter. And
What happened to her other show where she was an Israeli?
I think that got canceled, obviously.
It was only 1 season. It was so good.
Well, anyway, she won the big award for best feature, they call it, but best picture award.
Her family is pure talent. But their parents were in the business too.
I talked to her at the after party, and she acted like I had 2 heads, but she was so glossy-eyed, like she was drinking a lot. And she kept going like this with her wine glass to me, like kind of like cheers, but also get away from me.
No, she seems like a very nice person.
I talked to lots of celebrities. I just would walk up to them and be like, hey, people hate writers. They just have no interest in them whatsoever. You're like, dude.
Maybe they just hate you, not writers. Have you ever?
I mean, nobody, like, listen, we couldn't get into the after party, the writing crew. You know, we had to wait. We were like, I had to, well, my writer's assistant did it, but emailed the head of the Film Independent Spirit Awards, and, he was working to get us in, and finally we got in. And, but it was like, hey, we wrote the whole show. They're like, we don't care. They didn't care whatsoever that we were the writers.
That's
of the
just
show.
bouncers that don't care.
I mean, we're not on a list. I mean, no one cared to put us on a list. It's just like we had backpacks on. You know what I mean? It was like all these celebrities are moving past us, going in. We're like,
Did you bother celebrities?
yes, I would just walk up to them and start talking to them, and didn't care whatsoever. I told Maggie Gyllenhaal her best acting was her acceptance speech.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, I was just saying ridiculous things. I kept going because it was so packed in there, and it was like this huge. It was kind of like supposed to look like a mansion, I think, like this bar, but it sort of had like a house feel to it. And I kept walking through, being like, "Excuse me, I live here," and people kept moving away, like out of the way, so I could get through. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Was it? Because I've been to 2 Oscar after parties. Oh no, not after parties. The governor's ball.
Yeah.
I never went to one of those parties, so I probably wouldn't have gotten in either.
I mean, it was open bar, and it was pretty cool. You know that girl from Hacks?
No, I don't even know what this show is.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Oh, you should watch it. You would like it.
Oh.
Fuck, what's her name? She was there, and she was pretty cool. Talked to her for a bit.
Did my name come up with anybody?
It was so funny because in the writer's room, we were sitting there and one day, and Connor McSpadden, who's a really funny writer, he said, we were talking about roasts, and he said the best roast, and I'm not just saying this because Bonnie's here, is the Voss roast. And everyone was like, oh yeah, that's really good, or whatever. And this one writer goes, whose roast? And I go, Rich Voss. And he goes, who's that?
Yeah.
It both upset me and pleased me at the same time.
Well, the other guy.
We laughed, hilarious. And then he goes, wait, is that your husband? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because the other guy brought it up and more people said it was good than one fucking nerd from fucking Brooklyn. So most of the people knew about it. One nerd didn't. Big deal. You could ask, what are you pointing at? What are you saying? Look at the camera?
Yeah. Just every once in a while.
You don't look at. You've never looked at it once.
But look at my.
Practice what you.
I do every once in a while. Look in the camera, and I look at you. You're like this the whole time.
No, I'm not. Practice what you preach. You ever hear that one?
I don't preach.
Practice.
Papa don't preach.
There's no song that goes like that.
There isn't?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my God! No, tell me. You know everything.
Papa don't. And there was no food at the after party?
I guess there was some like meat skewers. I didn't get anything.
Well, they walked them around, handing them out?
Yeah.
What about...
No, it fell from the sky. Like
No,
every
there could have been a
15 minutes.
table.
You just had to grab
There could have
at
been
it.
a table where they picked them up off.
No.
Like it... Ugh.
No, there's no table.
And there was no food at the event, at the Spirit Awards?
Well, the celebrities got food. They got full dinners
Where?
at the Independent Spirit.
At their table?
At the Film Independent Spirit.
They
Award.
brought them to their tables?
Yeah, it was like a,
Oh, it was like one of those
Like a-
hotel,
like a-
Holiday Inn fucking meal a banquet meal.
I don't
bet.
know what they got, but it was like a pretty fancy meal.
And you couldn't get one. If you want to, hey, I'd like a meal.
I don't know what you think. Like, if you were there, what would you have been doing? Just walking around amongst the tables? I was backstage getting the show on the air. Like, I had no time to even think about if I could eat or what I only thought about later, like, oh, they were eating. Like, I didn't think about any of that stuff.
I would have went there.
It's live. It's like
I go there
within like all of a sudden you're like counting. Somebody in your headset is counting down. Like you're like, are we ready to do this?
Do the headset thing again.
I actually
Okay.
do it on this side.
And I go with my plan and my agenda when I go to things like that. I have a game plan like your plan.
Yeah,
last
because
night.
you're not like
I was a writer.
in charge, so you don't care. They're like, oh, we don't need Rich Voss. They're not looking for your name isn't being said over the headset 50 times. You know.
Depends what I'm
I had to
doing.
make sure, like, you know, if something gets changed, a music cue gets changed. It's like, you know, it's just it's intense for that amount of time.
And Sarah was in it.
Sarah was in the cold open, which we shot the day before. Yeah.
Must have been exciting. Was the hotel nice you stayed at?
Very nice hotel.
How far from the venue?
It was like 3 minutes, but
Walking or riding?
walking. But then you had to go to the, like, this fucking a mile away to get your wellness check.
What do you mean? You had to get
You had to get tested and
every
stuff.
day?
You had to get tested once and then a wellness check every other day. But then I just realized, like, no one's checking my wristband, so I just stopped doing it.
What if you had COVID and you couldn't go there? How would they have done it?
So somebody else would have done it.
Mm.
The writers are very, very good.
Did you get along with all the writers?
I did. I like them all. That's the best part of it, is hanging out with the writers, and they're funny, and they're, you know, kind of mean about things. I like that.
Good.
You know,
Overall.
we make fun of the celebrities and the proceedings and the bosses and all that stuff.
So when you weren't around, they were making fun of you.
Oh, I'm sure. I used to think about that. Like, what are they saying about me? Yeah.
Well, if they ever went out to the cellar with you, they wouldn't have said nice things, I'll tell you that.
Okay. I apologized.
Did I ask enough questions for the Independent Spirit Awards to you?
What is it called?
In the Film Independent Spirit Awards?
Or you can just say,
Spirit Awards?
there you go.
Did I ask you enough questions?
Yes, it's good.
Did I seem concerned?
Concerned?
Yeah, concerned.
No, but okay. You seem lightly interested, which was a big step up for you. Thank you.
And I asked enough. Like, so I did what I was supposed to do to carry this podcast.
I guess. I'm so hungry. I gotta get...
Oh, shit. By 10:25, I gotta eat.
I'm hungry.
Well, listen, this weekend, Sunday, we'll be at South by Southwest doing Would You Bang 'Em? Our fucking show that would have sold to a network, but they folded in New York right before the pandemic. And next,
I don't know what you're talking about even.
South by Southwest, True TV was interested in it. Then the pandemic came, and then they closed their New York office. What?
I don't know. That's...
What's not true about that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Any of that is true. I don't know if they were interested, and I don't know if they
Yes,
closed
were
their doors.
interested.
And
Yeah, you do. They were interested. Whatever. Okay, I don't make things up.
anyway, it's a funny show. But if you're not...
It's how, and then I'll be there Monday and Tuesday. We're also doing a show, the Comics from the Stand. They're announcing our special that's coming out.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I gotta look something up.
What else? And I'll be doing a show Monday and Tuesday night, judging Roast Battle, and then doing some other
Okay,
show.
look at this. This is just... I want to do a documentary on how bad these posters are. Like, why do they make the posters like that?
I don't know. He does every one like that.
It's so crazy. I was like, can I please do my own poster? Okay. It's just ridiculous. Like, first of all, why even put other people's faces on it? This is weird. Friday, March 28th is Wilmington Brew Works.
I was there.
Miller Road, Wilmington. What is it?
I don't know.
DE. What's that? Delaware?
Yeah.
Wow, that's far. Isn't it? Is it?
You don't even
How
know.
far do I have to go for this shit?
You can hit traffic, I'll tell you that.
Oh my God, is it? Do I have a hotel?
No, you don't need a hotel. It's not that far. It's a couple hours without traffic. It's 2
Okay,
hours
so-
without traffic, but you're going to hit major traffic.
Anyway, this is Friday, March 25th, and people should go. He bugs me every day to put this poster up. I just don't want to put the poster up because I just don't like the poster.
March 18th and 19th, I'll be at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. And April 20th, March 31st, April 1st and 2nd, Comedy Cafe in Fort Myers. Then I'll be Magoobies, then the Comedy Connection in Rhode Island, and then Edmonton. I got to book my flight to Edmonton.
When are you going there?
April 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Wow. My sister might go.
It's going to be too cold.
Get her some tickets.
Oh, well.
All right.
So this week, South by Southwest. Next weekend, not this one, Comedy Zone in Harrisburg. Well, thank you for listening. What do you think?
Did we do anything good? Did we do a good clip?
I don't know. I don't care about clips. I'm not. You don't even post them anymore.
I post them if I like them. If I don't like them, I don't post them.
Well, I've liked every one he's done.
I mean, I like them. It's not the edit or anything. It's just me. It's like if I feel good about it,
Well, why
I
would
post it.
So you're saying he's not doing his job?
No.
He's supposed to come here and do.
I'm not doing my job.
He's supposed to come here and do makeup too.
It's not that. It's not how I look. It's like, if it's funny to me.
I think they're funny. If I say, yeah, let's use it, then I mean it's good.
Yeah.
I have a good eye, a good vision. Sometimes
they're exactly the same as a different one we already did.
never. He
I mean, they're
punches
like-
them up. He's listening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on to the air for a second, Nick.
Yeah, what's up?
Can I see your face? Are we allowed to see your face? Or are you?
If you want, I don't know if it'll pick up on the recording, but if you guys want to see my pretty little
Yes. So yes, because I like to see you.
Okay.
I don't like Bonnie's criticism of your hard work.
I'm not criticizing you. He knows that.
No,
He's
it's
smart.
yeah, no, I get it. It's yeah, no, like I do what I can with what I have, but other than
I
that,
always
that's good.
retweet it on Twitter, and I'll put it in my stories.
You got to put it on Instagram.
But
like
I don't put it on my main post if I don't think it's like.
everybody likes them.
Listen, I'm not offended by any means,
You should be.
but I
am.
appreciate you sticking up for me, Rich.
What do you think is funny from this podcast? Did you write notes? Do you take notes?
I usually take notes.
But there was nothing to write down.
Yeah, usually I don't solidify until I read, like, listen back all the way through. But
God, you have to listen to this twice. That's
Ugh.
usually, yeah.
what a terrible job.
The only reason we have you, I think Bonnie has a crush on you. She likes like editors. These two guys in L.A. that used to edit, and now they're big. They had a big cartoon on fucking.
Justin Roiland.
Yeah.
He's not an editor.
What did they have? What cartoon?
Be the animator, probably, right? Yeah,
Yeah. What did they invent? What
What they invent?
that was Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
What one?
Rick and Morty.
Those kids that we used to go to their house.
Well, the one kid. Yeah.
So he's probably loaded now.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
huge. I mean, beyond.
And he doesn't even remember you?
Yeah, he answers my email every time I email.
You used to hire him.
Yeah. I mean, he was a writer's assistant on a job that I had, and he would give me show ideas every day, and I was like, please stop, I can't anymore. But then I had this project that I needed edited, and I was like asking him, how can I get this edited? And he got his friends from back home, wherever they were from, somewhere like, I don't know, somewhere in California, and they showed up, and we edited this little project that we had.
That's a boring story.
And
You
then
should demand money
we
from
made a
him.
bunch of things together. It was pretty fun. And then I met you, and you took me away from all of that. I could have been a Rick and Morty producer or something.
You could have been Morty. You could have been the voice of Morty or Rick.
Please stop picking your nails.
All right,
Okay,
well,
thank
listen,
you.
we're going to wrap this up. Find something funny. In the beginning, there was a lot of funny stuff.
All right, we're good.
I
Thank
know,
you so
we're
much.
Tired. I'm tired.
Oh, what did I tell you before the podcast?
What? Don't say you're tired.
Not to complain about being tired.
Shut up. And did I tell you not to complain about being hungry?
Good point.
All right. I always make good points. All right.
All right, thank you,
You
everybody.
think I should get a tattoo right here? My granddaughter's name right here?
Nope.
Or what? Right here? Up here?
That's weird.
All right.
Okay,
See you later.
bye. My Wife Hates Me was created and hosted by Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane. Executive producers Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. Subscribe to the podcast by visiting mywifehatesmepodcast.com.
Suicide pact, he's totally sober. She's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.